talk about Snowflake, Danny. Did you see the news about Snowflake and amazingly enough, Warren Buffett?
Yes, so Warren Buffett, famously the Oracle of Omaha, who
Hell yeah.
owns, I guess, Geico and a bunch of consumer product goods companies, has I think the first time invested in first of all, a new issue on the public stock exchange, a technology company, although he has large, I think, investments in some of the large FANG companies, and has also invested in what is it? An unprofitable company? It's a falling losses company, I think, is the phrase we were sort of instructed on. So it's actually an amazing story. So the company is raising $250 million each from Salesforce Ventures and Berkshire Hathaway, and then Berkshire is going to go and double down, buying 4 million of insider shares, which will bring up their. What did I say?
So no, I'm just echoing you. I'm in awe.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's going to add up to, I think, 550 million altogether. So, I mean, this is a huge investment for Berkshire. Of course, Snowflake, if you don't know, has to be one of the best enterprise companies of all time. Founded in Summit's offices in Menlo Park only a couple of years ago, now worth about $12 billion in terms of valuation. This is, we talk. I mean, I was joking about Sprinkler, but, Sprinkler is a 11-year-old company valued at $2.7 billion. Snowflake is a 7-year-old company valued at $12 billion. This is just a totally different scale of growth, one of the best companies of all time. And what they focus on is data warehousing, for those who don't remember. So they focus on taking your raw data from your data lake and converting it into something that's usable by every other application and data scientist in your company. And that just happens to be one of the core challenges for every enterprise in the digital transformation going on today.
And that growth that Danny's talking about has pushed the valuation up. You got its kind of first IPO price range interval, and it's going to be worth up to, and if my math holds up, about $24 billion, 23.7. So more than a doubling, effectively, of its last valuation. If it doesn't raise its range, which it might, which means that
and that last valuation was February 2020.
Yeah,
I mean,
but okay,
it doubled since February.
You say that, but 2020 has been 17 years long, so it's actually been quite an interval of time. But I can't recall Salesforce Ventures doing what should we call this? A co-IPO investment in primary equity in a company like this before. And the addition of Berkshire,
it's a pipe, right? I mean, this is literally a private investment in a public equity or near public equity.
You're getting close to the S word.
A pin P.
You're getting close. Don't say the S word. Nope. Now, as a quick final note about Snowflake, because we're going to talk a lot about it next week, I presume, when it does price and I start to trade. But really briefly, a reminder about why Danny said it's one of the best enterprise companies of all time. Actually, he said the best. I'm going to temper that for him and say one of.
One of the best.
In its fiscal year ending January 31, 2019, so most basically kind of calendar 2018, it had about 100 million in revenue, 97 million. The next year, it had 265 million. And then in the first half of 2019, it had 100 million. In the first half of this year, it had 242 million. So this is the kind of growth we're talking about, just spectacular, staggering, shocking, enormous growth. And as Danny said, falling losses, so you can kind of see the path to profitability. This is going to be the IPO of the season. Sorry, Airbnb, you're not very cool anymore. Snowflake for days.